You've probably heard of both pro and prebiotics, but do you really know the difference? Are you getting enough of each? And what happens if you're not? We'll answer all of your burning questions about pre and probiotics in this episode of the series. Let's get into it. The easiest way to understand the difference between pre and probiotics is with this illustration. A probiotic is a living thing, like a plant or an animal. A prebiotic is something that those plants or animals eat. In the case of your gut, the probiotic is the bacteria. The prebiotic is the fiber that feeds that bacteria. You can also think of it this way. Probiotics are the bacteria that live in your gut. Prebiotics are the food that those bacteria eat. There are many different types of probiotics and prebiotics, and scientists are still discovering more. But in general, we know that prebiotics are a type of soluble fiber that passes through your small intestine undigested and moves on to your large intestine. That's where things get interesting. Your large intestine is home to trillions of bacteria that make up your gut microbiome. When the prebiotic reaches your large intestine, it is fermented by the bacteria there, and that fermentation produces short-chain fatty acids. These short-chain fatty acids have been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties. They also help to reinforce the gut barrier, which prevents toxins from leaking out of the gut and into the bloodstream. This process is what creates a healthy gut. Probiotics, on the other hand, are live microorganisms that, when consumed in adequate amounts, confer a health benefit on the host. So they are the bacteria that do the fermenting. Probiotics have been shown to improve digestion, boost the immune system, and even impact your mood. When you consume a probiotic, the live bacteria make their way to your large intestine, where they begin to ferment the prebiotics that are already there. This process produces more short-chain fatty acids, which have the same anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting effects that we already talked about. We're just beginning to understand the connection between our gut and our immune system. It's becoming clearer that the health of our gut microbiome has a major impact on our overall health. In fact, 70% of our immune system is located in the gut. When we consume pre and probiotics, we're helping to support the trillions of bacteria that live there. And when those bacteria thrive, so does our immune system. And the connection between our gut and our brain is equally fascinating. There's a constant two-way communication happening between the two that impacts our mood, our behavior, and even our memory. When we consume pre and probiotics, we're supporting this communication pathway and helping to ensure that our brain gets the nutrients it needs to function optimally. So now that you know a little bit more about pre and probiotics, let's talk about how to add them to your diet. One of the easiest ways to do this is to simply add more fiber to your diet. Soluble fiber in particular is a great prebiotic. It's been shown to promote the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut and can help improve digestion and regularity. Foods that are high in soluble fiber include chia seeds, flax seeds, oats, beans, lentils, and apples. These foods not only provide fiber, but also other important nutrients like protein, vitamins, and minerals. To get more probiotics into your diet, it helps to consume fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso. These foods are rich in beneficial bacteria that can help improve digestion and boost the immune system. If you're not a fan of these foods, there are also probiotic supplements available. These supplements typically contain billions of colony-forming units, or CFUs, which is a measure of the number of live bacteria in a probiotic product. It's important to note that both pre and probiotics are needed to create a healthy gut. You can't have one without the other, so be sure to focus on adding both to your diet. By doing so, you'll be supporting the trillions of bacteria that live in your gut, and making sure that they have the nutrients they need to stay healthy and thrive. And as we learn more about the gut microbiome, it's becoming clearer that this is key to overall health and well-being. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Till next time.